Hey, what is going on, guys? This is CupcakeSmasher here, bringing you another video, and today I am actually going to be showing you guys some replays that I had happen. One of these was about two of these actually, sorry. These first two were about a week ago, and then the second two were about a day ago. And the reason I'm showing you guys replays is because they're first awesome, and second, the level 1 is starting to stress me out. I know there has been at least 2 level 1s to hit Arena 7 now, and obviously I want to stay competitive with them, so I've been trying to push really hard. But every time I sit down to do a video, I start trying to force things to happen, and I know that's not the right thing to do, but I do it anyway. Just, I guess, subconsciously I get in that mindset, and it just shows in my gameplay. But in this rendition of the deck, like, I've been going through a lot. I think in my update video, you saw a version with the furnace in it. This one I'm running the mirror and I think the arrows still. But you can see it's going to be kind of cool. This was also before the buffs, guys. So the mirror will still be mirroring the witch at level 1. My rares were 4. My commons, I guess, are 6. But I don't think I ever mirror spear goblins. But so I think those are the levels. I could be wrong, guys. But that is off of memory. But here we go. We've got the P.E.K.K.A going down with the Witch. That's going to clear out his Valk super easy. He's also considering dropping the Musketeer and just did. The P.E.K.K.A, when you do stuff like that, the P.E.K.K.A will get through straight away. Now, those Fire Spirits would have been a good idea if I had more skeletons built up. But fortunately for him, they stopped the P.E.K.K.A from going fast enough. Here comes a giant skeleton in front of both this Musketeer and Bomber. He's going to clear them out, and actually it came just out of the side. Like, I was really cutting it close on that one. Probably should have just laid it straight in front and minimized the risk, even though they might have gotten off more shots. But here we go, giant skeleton on the tower. He's going to clear out the wizard. I've got some spear goblins coming down. And now at 10 elixir, I'm just dropping down a witch. That's kind of the bad thing, guys, is like throwing witches like this. This is trying to force things happen. This isn't countering. But I got 2 witches down. He's going to throw his fire spirits. That's not going to be a problem because I'm going to be able to drop my P.E.K.K.A in front. We're going to knock down this giant and then continue on to the musketeer. We've got 2 witches down, and he really doesn't have a great way to deal with it. His best option would be to drop a Valk in the center of it, but now I've got a P.E.K.K.A, a giant skeleton, and we're going to knock that Valk all the way to the center of the arena just because the P.E.K.K.A was trying to get in, and they're so big. Here comes a third Valk down on the map now, and you're seeing how this battle's going, guys. We are getting so many Valks. I'm going to mirror one more. This one was just for show. Honestly, at this point, I shouldn't have done this. He's got a Valk in his dock. I'm not sure if he's going to drop it. I don't think he did. We're going to have 3 seconds left and just barely miss this 3 crown, but you can see so many skeletons on the battlefield right now. It's just ridiculous. And then I have another battle just like this. And here that goes, guys. We're against Javi Trujillo. And same thing's going to happen. We're going to end up with 4 witches on the battlefield. That's the thing that's awesome with the mirror. Now, this deck had limited growth. Like, now I'm using a Goblin Barrel Fireball instead of mirror, and I still think, no, it's mirror spear goblins. Those are the ones I sub out, but yeah, so now I'm using Goblin Barrel and Fireball. That's going so much better. I've gotten to 1 win away from Arena 7. I've played 3 games in Arena 7. It's just kind of chaos a little bit. It's kind of disappointing for me because I've been just working so hard trying to get there, and when I'm playing well, sometimes I get people who just match, who are just impossible to beat. I mean, I faced a Sparky Royal Giant deck with a level 8 Royal Giant. That deck just wasn't possible. I had a 3 Musketeer deck. Actually, I did beat that one. But still, it's just cards that are just insane for a level 1 to even be seeing. And obviously, that's the point. But to counter it, it's almost impossible. Now, getting with this battle, I'm about to drop a skeleton army. Would have made more sense. I'm going to go with the Musketeer instead for absolutely no reason. I think I was worried about him having splash damage, maybe the poison spell, but there was no reason for that. Obviously, he doesn't have that. So I was just kind of worried about dropping that skeleton army there. Didn't think it would be the wisest thing. He's going to drop a P.E.K.K.A here, and that's what's going to be enabling me to drop the second witch, I think. Yeah, is he going to? No? Okay, sorry. The witches will come later, guys. That's my bad. But this P.E.K.K.A is going to go down, take down our witch. Now I'm going to mirror it because the witch is like the natural killer to any point defense. Ground point defense, that is. just because she keeps him backed up for so long. It's almost impossible to deal with. He's going to throw his rage spell. Again, this was before the balance changes, so it's still 3 elixir. That skeleton army is going to get right through it. That was more what I needed it for. The prince is kind of a second thought, but here we go. Giant skeleton in front of all these skeletons and the witch. That's a super strong push. He's going to drop his prince directly on my witch and those skeletons in my side of the arena, so that's going to get through just fine. He also dropped his skeletons, which are, or his skeleton army, not just his skeletons, and they did pretty good. The rocket's going to go on my tower. We're at 500 hit points, but we've got 2 witches on the battlefield. He's going to throw a minion horde right in front of him. That doesn't make any sense. They do so much splash damage. Why would you ever do that? Here comes our P.E.K.K.A. And because that minion horde was there, it delayed the P.E.K.K.A. just enough where it was possible to get through. Now with all these skeletons, his P.E.K.K.A. is going to get distracted. Mine's going to hit directly, and we're going to be able to start loading up these witches. Giant skeleton in the back now just to get another tank down, and we are going to start piling on the witches. One more is going to come in the back here right as we take down the tower, and then I'm going to mirror the second one. Again, mostly for show here, but yeah, that's going to be it right here. We're going into sudden death because it was 1 crown to 1 crown, but look at all those skeletons. They're just flowing. It's basically a skeleton army every second. Obviously, that's an exaggeration, but look at them all around that king tower. It's just insane, and that's 4 witches winning battles. Okay, guys, now here is another battle. Now, the reason this one's important is because this was the first ever time I've been spectated. So under the new feature of the game, you actually can have your battles spectated at any time with your Game Center friends or the opponent's Game Center friends. Now, the only Game Center friends I have, and I think it's Facebook or Google Play for Android. Facebook works on both platforms. I'm not sure about Google Play if they have something or if it's just Facebook on that side. But for me, my friends are not active. The only other one would be my main account, and I certainly wasn't watching. So this guy had his friend come in and watch him destroy me off the start here. Absolutely demolished. And we're going to get archers down, and I'm going to drop a giant skeleton to tank for the P.E.K.K.A. Kind of stupid that I do that, but hey, it works. We're going to take down that Valk. Unfortunately, a little bit late, so that witch is going to die. Giant skeleton should take out the musketeer if she steps forward, and she looks like she just barely will, so we're going to be good there. But we're a minute in. I think his friend joined in just about now, but it was making me so nervous because what am I supposed to do? And yeah, you can see the confetti popping right there. What am I supposed to do? He's a level 6. He's got a friend watching. I'm a level 1, and beating him would be important, but now I've got somebody watching, and I don't know. It just made me nervous. His friend is still throwing up that confetti, but we're about to take down this tower. 15 hit points left. It's guaranteed now. Now, I think I'm going to make a mistake here, but I'll point it out. When you have hit points like this that are like the 15, I'm guessing I throw my spear golems here in just 1 second, or my fireball, and it looks like, yep, spear golems. Don't ever take it down until the last second because you're going to wake up the king tower and get more damage done on that other tower. So, yeah, king tower is going to wake up. Now his other tower is going to be coming protected by that in part. So the only advantage I gain is being able to spawn troops in the center, and the disadvantage is that now he has a lot easier access to defense. So that kind of sucks. He's going to arrow down my minion horde. That's going to absolutely demolish me. I can't really do that, and I said minion horde, I meant skeleton army, but I can't do anything. He's going to poison my witch. Luckily, my giant skeleton is going to be able to tank for her, but at this point, I'm like, well, crap, I barely got back from 1 crown. How am I going to get back from 2? Here comes our prince now. This is another addition of this deck that I've been trying out. I've tried out so much. Prince is going to go to the giant. So is the giant skeleton. I'm going to drop a P.E.K.K.A. in the center, actually. Not the best idea, but it's going to work because it's going to tank for my 2 other tanks. Literally, all 3 of my tanks are on the battlefield right now, totaling, what is that, 18 elixir, and yet I have to get another one down just to tank for the other 2. Kind of sad there. We got a P.E.K.K.A. going down on the left-hand tower. 10 seconds left. We are barely going to get through with this witch. Fireball's going to come down last second. Witch is going to clear that out. And now for the first time in the entire match, we have an advantage on him. Our king tower has more hit points than his. Here comes our prince to take out that mini P.E.K.K.A. His giant's going to come down, but this is where I just go, you know what? I don't think I can do this any other way. Let's just rush a giant skeleton, hope for the best. I'm going to throw the skeleton army outside the poison spell for the most part to deal with the bomber because it does so many hit points worth of damage. Prince is going to get through, get the win. There we go. And this one I'm showing you guys because I was right over 1,900 trophies when I was getting all of these, so that last spectator battle just made me nervous. It actually made me decide, like, maybe it's worth it to throw my main account on as a spectator just to see if I can get the opponent to try to do more because they're being watched. I don't know, though. It may not be worth it. It may just be trying to play mind games where there are none to be played. But we're going to get into this one now. I was expecting to hit Arena 7 with a push like in the morning because I was tired too. It was like midnight. So I was like, okay, I'm done for tonight, but we're over 1,900. I'll record this replay because it's probably going to be necessary. Turns out not quite so much, but we're going to do okay nonetheless. We're still doing this Prince version, so what I subbed in was like the Goblin Barrel. I subbed it out for the Prince. It turned a 4.4 average elixir deck into a 4.6. That's not really a good trade-off. With the mirror in, it was a 4.2, so no matter what, it's a pretty expensive deck. But 4.6 was a little too much. It had some potential. Obviously, it got me over 1,900, but the Goblin Barrel deck's a little bit better because I can force a little bit more damage late. So that's what I would recommend to you guys. Here comes the skeleton or the Spear Golems. All I do when I do that is try to pull a card. You can see I got him to drop his Prince here. My Witch is going to be a natural counter because he is a point defense, or a point attacker, I should say. But he's going to go onto my tower, except Psych, we're going to drop the Pekka. Knock that down. Now the Pekka is going to lead that Prince. Oh my goodness, that is not a princess. It's not a prince. It's a witch. They're going to go down. He's going to drop a giant. That's basically like dropping a free spell on troops on my side. All that did was delay elixir. There was no chance that giant was going to get through. Here comes that prince behind the Pekka. Going to take down that wizard. And now we're on to the Valk. We're going to barely take her out. We've got a prince and a witch barely alive, but they're going to get through onto this tower, do a ton of damage. Baby dragon on top as well. We're going to get off even more. And unfortunately, though, like a Goblin Barrel, I could just throw it on the tower right now, but not the case. And sorry, it lagged a little bit there. But Hog Rider going to go down. We have the Skeleton Army. They're barely going to get to that Goblin Barrel in time. Now our giant skeleton is going to go to his tower. Hopefully we can push something past him. That's all we really want there, but he's going to drop his prince, so it's not likely that we will. But if he throws any backup units, I should be fine. Here goes that wizard. He's going to go down. My prince is onto his giant. There's so much stuff, though, that I just need to have go perfectly. Luckily, his prince was low enough health where it can't take down my tower. But both of my towers are so low, I have no idea what to do. His Goblin Barrel almost took it down. Luckily, I got to my Skeleton Army in time. So now we've got Pekka, we've got Witch, and a Skeleton Army all going to his tower. Here comes a Baby Dragon on the right-hand side. We're just trying to get something past him while he has to defend that left-hand side, and it will work this time. So there we go. That's going to do it for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed these 4 battles. They were pretty insane when done live. Oh, goodness. I'm out of recording. I'm going to extend this end, guys, but hopefully you guys did enjoy this video today. If you did, make sure to like it up and subscribe for more. And until next time, guys, this has been CupcakeSmasher here, bringing you another video.